God of War is an action-adventure game released in 2018. It is the 8th installment in the God of War franchise, and sequel to 2010's God of War 3. Set in Midgard, Kratos, the former Greek god of war, and his young son Atreus encounter monsters and gods of the Norse world. Kratos and Atreus begin their journey to honor Faye's last wish and scatter her ashes at the highest peak of all the 9 realms. The story. Years after Kratos defeated the Olympian gods in God of War 3, he now lives with his son Atreus in the realm of Midgard. After cremating the body of his wife Faye, Kratos is confronted by a mysterious stranger who turns out to be the Norse god Baldur. The two have an epic battle, and after seemingly killing him, Kratos and Atreus begin their journey to honor Faye's last wish and scatter her ashes at the highest peak of all the 9 realms. Reaching the Lake of the Nine, the pair encounter a friendly world serpent named Jormungandr on their way to the highest mountain in Midgard. After running into an impenetrable black mist, the Witch of the Woods Freya aids them, instructing them to use the Bifrost to travel to Alfheim and secure its light to extinguish the mist. Successful, they reach Midgard's tallest mountain summit and rescue Mimir, who tells them the highest peak in the realms is in fact in Jotunheim. Atreus collapses ill due to mental contradiction of a god believing himself to be mortal. Freya instructs Kratos to retrieve the heart of a particular troll in Helheim. However, his Leviathan axe is useless there. Kratos returns home to unearth his old weapon, the Blades of Chaos, and is haunted by Athena's spirit and memories of his past life. Warning: spoilers ahead. As the journey comes to an end, the immortal Baldur attacks again, and is pierced by Atreus' mistletoe arrow, breaking Freya's spell. A grieving Freya swears vengeance on Kratos for killing him, and leaves. In Jotunheim, they find a temple with a mural depicting their recent adventures, showing the giants had foreseen everything that would happen, and vaguely foretold what is to come. In addition, they discover Faye was a giant who decided to stay behind in Midgard, making Atreus part giant, god, and mortal. Their fight with Baldur was shown, revealing that he was after Faye the whole time, unaware she was deceased. Kratos and Atreus then fulfill their promise and spread her ashes at the peak, overlooking a valley of giant corpses. Returning to Midgard, Mimir warns them that a 3-year-long Fimbulwinter has begun, meaning Ragnarok is soon to follow, which was not supposed to occur for another 100 years. Kratos and Atreus return home and slumber. Atreus has a vision that Thor will arrive at the end of the Fimbulwinter to confront them. Gameplay. The gameplay is flawless. The cutscenes and epic battle sections blend together perfectly. Intense dramatic scenes are peppered through the game. The game starts off with a complicated menu, which throughout the game you spend a lot of time periodically upgrading your abilities and weapons, attributes to improve your prowess in battle. Enemies continue to get more and more difficult throughout the game, making you think on what weapons and what tactics is best suited for the barrage of enemies attacking you. The Leviathan axe is an incredible addition to your arsenal. You constantly find new ways to use this frost axe that returns at your command when you press triangle. Atreus acts as your teammate as he provides additional support in battles as well as helps you overcome puzzles in the world. You act as a team. There are a ton of epic battles in this game, both scripted and unscripted. The opening boss battle with Baldur, where the earth literally tears itself apart as 2 equally powerful gods fight to the death. The game is littered with epic moments like this, which turn you into an excited child cheering at the screen every time Kratos beats a boss and an incredible finisher cutscene comes on. I will never forget getting the Blades of Chaos and the epic fight scene that happened afterward, wherein you figure out on the fly epic spin and slash combo attacks you can now use to devastating effect. Being regurgitated out of Jormungandr's stomach to then proceed with an epic boss battle is something that I never expected when I started this game. The game is full of interesting battles and exploration pieces that never get old. Environment. The environment is fantastic. In this wonderful mythic depiction of Midgard, from breathtaking green valleys to snow-capped peaks, the world is diverse and packed with places to explore as well as secret chests to find. Brock and Sindri add additional side quests in the form of search and capture missions, but the back and forth between these characters mirrors Kratos and Atreus' journey really well, as they start the game divided but eventually come back together, similarly to the relationship between Kratos and Atreus. They also added excellent comic relief to the story and quickly become your favourite NPC as they pop up in random locations throughout your quests. Conclusion. I'm a big fan of Norse mythology, and I was excited to see how they integrated this alternative dimension into that mythos, similarly to how they did in the Greek pantheon in the previous God of War titles. Kratos is now a grumpy old man full of regret, keeping his godhood secret from his child.
Hold! What are you doing?
His cold heart eventually melts and the two eventually have a healthy relationship.
We do it together, son.
Their emotional journey is one you're happy to be a part of throughout the story. It's hard to find anything bad to say about this game, other than the fact that it could have been longer. The main quest of the game took center stage, and after finishing it I can see why. It is magnetic. As you play, you really don't want to stop playing until you reach Jotunheim. I would recommend finishing all side quests prior to finishing the main story. All motivation was gone for me to finish the side quests after the main story finished and secret ending happened. Additional areas like Niflheim and Muspelheim are great, but when the reward is better armor and better equipment for a story you've already finished and the main boss you've already easily defeated, the wind kind of gets knocked out of your sails for these tasks. I may possibly revisit this game on Game Plus mode or on a harder difficulty. Still annoyed I never got to see and fight Odin in Asgard in this game, but I've heard a sequel to this game is coming soon. Hope I will get to do that then. The story of this game is excellent, and the dynamic between Atreus and Kratos was fascinating. After losing his mother and trying to understand what it is to be a god, Atreus goes through a gambit of emotions and personality changes throughout the game. On the other side, Kratos is trying to come to grips with his past mistakes and learning how to be a good father, while trying to make his son better than he was. The past couple of games I've played and reviewed, I complained about exposition dumps and how it overwhelms the player. This game did the complete opposite. It told the story through its characters and their growth. This made you have a true connection to them as well as understand their motives and why they came to be this way. The game is a masterclass in storytelling, and I'm glad there's going to be a sequel. Hope you enjoyed this review. Thanks for watching.